First things first. So if you guys are into 3D printing at all, there is. Let me see here. Where did I put that? There we go. Okay, so there was a video that I found by Uncle Jesse, and Uncle Jesse has a YouTube channel all about different resins and printers and all kinds of things, really. But he posted this one called "Testing Out Anycubic's New Resin," or Eco Resin (ECO), plant-based biodegradable resin. And so basically, what he does is he goes on to show. He's using an Anycubic Photon, which is a printer that I own. But you can use this resin for any printer that you own, and it has no volatile organic compounds, which is really important. As you can see here, he pours it out. It's pink. This one is. And so these kind of resins are very toxic, and normally if you breathe them in or you touch them, there is something called benzene in there. And benzene is basically a chemical that can make you very, very sick. So if you use a 3D printer, you want to use gloves. You want to use a... of course, my cat wants to go out. 1 second, everybody. My cat is so like clockwork. If I start talking, he wants to leave. I don't understand that. But so you want to use gloves. You want to use a mask that has a organic filter. So you can buy those in home improvement centers, or you can buy them in Amazon.com has them, any place like that. And essentially, you want to, there's other ways to get around that, and one of those ways that I was studying was another video, if I can figure out which one it is. It was this one from Rusty Raptor Prop Shop, and he goes on to show how he modifies his 3D printer by printing out a exhaust port hole that screws into the back of the printer, and he uses a some aluminum foil ducting for like your clothes dryer, as well as one of these fans. And so that's one way to do it. You can actually vent toxic fumes out of your house, like through a window or through a garage door, things like that. But this solution is actually great because it's non-toxic to begin with. Now the question is it really non-toxic? And that's somewhat of a mystery right now because nobody's actually tested it. And you can see here he's got like a couple of liters in his hand, and he also shows the results, which are just as good as the toxic version of the resins that they sell. So anyway, this is the kind of resin I actually bought some already. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm going to be just using this printer resin exclusively. Now it's a bit expensive. It's for 500 milliliters. It's $50, and it comes in different colors. You've got green, you've got violet, blue, orange, yellow, and pink. So like I say, it's a little bit expensive, but they kind of go into, and this is on a Chinese webpage that they've got very poor English, and they're trying to explain how it works and whatnot, and some of it doesn't make a lot of sense because on one hand, so they kind of go into safety standards that come from China, and of course, if you're in the UK or Australia or the United States, we all have different safety standards, right? So they kind of go into, well, it's made from soybean oils. It's also biodegradable. One of their videos that I watched, they mentioned that there's no VOCs, volatile organic compounds. There's no benzene, and that's a pretty much, big improvement over what most resins are anyway. But still, is it toxic? So we scroll down, and they kind of do a comparison. They do show some photos of the results, which are actually really good. And people that have been testing it on YouTube show that it's a great resin. Captures details and whatnot really, really well. And then You can see here some very small models. So it works, but the thing is it says at the bottom, it says, attention when wear a mask and gloves to avoid direct skin contact and maintain indoor ventilation. Once the model is complete, use alcohol. But then it also says, where was it here? If feel discomfort after you got skin contact, please see a doctor ASAP. So some people might be allergic to it. It might not be, so caustic or whatever the term is compared to some of the more volatile resins, because like some people, they get it on their skin and their skin blisters up and everything. But anyway, it's a step in the right direction, and so I want to, of course, as an artist, I try to support anybody that makes anything non-toxic, because I will be using this probably a lot, and it's pretty important, and I think it should be important to everybody out there as well. So this is the Anycubic plant-based UV resin. So anybody out there who has a printer and wants to try it, that's where you can find it on anycubic.com. And yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys because it is, like I say, it is very important in terms of long-term exposure to chemicals and things like that. The industry does see its share of problems regarding health. So now, how's it going, Randy? Hey, Hoser Lou, Wee Beast. Everybody's here. Hey, Michael. All right. Oh, Randy, look what you did there. Should I show your comment even though it's actually being shown right now? You used the word shooting. How dare you? All right. And show. There we go. Have fun shooting this film. Yep. That's YouTube's automated algorithms right there for you. So now, so Amy Scott here is in chat, and Amy is actually Zeke. And so Zeke was with us the last time talking about his particular projects. Now, he doesn't have an account with animateclay.com yet, so he did tell me through the chat about his project. And so you can find his work on the Amy Scott channel on YouTube. As you can see here, it's just Amy Scott, and there's quite a number of short little videos and things. So Zeke is just starting out with stop motion and is not very experienced. And so for Feedback Week, I wanted to show the progress that he's made. And so last time, I think what we showed on his DeviantArt page was about up to here, where you can see the various character designs that he's going to work on. And so we discussed, how these could all be created. And so I think like Ron Cole was here. He said you can use the lightweight epoxy air from Smooth On. We talked about potentially using like you can use balsa wood in there for the head. Zeke is going to use the action figure bodies, so they won't hold up a lot of weight. I think we also talked about perhaps using like a ball of aluminum foil that is smashed into shape and covered with clay. And I think Zeke said he would use like a sticker mouths and eyeballs. Let me see if I can go back here. So he's got two projects. So that's the one project, and there's also, and he said that he's going to be making this as a separate type of project with the trains, similar to Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, it worked for you, Wee Beast. Yeah, it can be pretty crazy. You never know what YouTube's going to do, right? But so Zeke has these characters that he's sort of trying to design, like different train sections and engines. And it looks like he's using some, perhaps, like lightweight cardboard as well as construction paper, maybe some printer paper. And this is the result. So you can see also hot glue. maybe some Sharpies and things like that. So it's a pretty good start. Pretty good start, and I think the faces could be replacements if need be here, which is good. Start from the beginning here. Here we go. This one's particularly good here, and looks like partially like a toy maybe. And you can see some more designs as well, which is very helpful to draw everything out and to storyboard. And so I asked Zeke if he's going to have interactions between the trains and the main characters that he designed, and he was saying that probably not. So he's saying that it's mostly paper. So let me go back here. It's kind of hard to navigate DeviantArt. Okay, so here's this one here I wanted to show. So this one here is a little bit more polished. You can see what went into this. And actually this is, you know, kind of amazing that you were able to shape everything this way. And you know, working with paper and hot glue is not exactly easy. So very good job. And that was Terrence, the Mighty Farm God. Ah, okay. That was a tractor. I gotcha. There we go. And it's a ERT. Oh, okay. So it's actually a toy. Here's an even larger model. So yeah, I mean, given the supplies that you have, I think that it's pretty good. And you know, it's really hard to cut things out to be the right size and shape and everything. So far, pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for sharing your project with us, Zeke. And so if you guys are wanting to check out more of his work, you can click on or go to deviantart.com/memelifeisgood. Just like this. And you can see the gallery down below. There's no groups and or anything like that, but you can see plenty of pictures. Okay, so let's move forward. So let me see. So we had one person post for our feedback week, and that's DJAVH. And he says, "Hello, I just wanted to show my biggest claymation movie yet, a 23-minute long horror comedy. It would be interesting to hear your thoughts about it during the live show. The movie is in Lithuanian, but has English subtitles. Don't know if that's a problem. Anyway, here it is." So, yes, we're going to try to watch this tonight entirely. So I don't know what's going to happen. Now, YouTube might stop it and cut my channel off from broadcasting if it sees it as a copyright violation. So that's possible. And then if you guys watch this later on, it might not actually play the audio. So there's potential problems, but we're going to try. And so I did load it up, which is here. And I've got subtitles on. So hopefully you guys will be able to... So I'm just going to turn the audio off for a second. I'm going to fast forward this until there's a subtitle. Alright, so hopefully when you guys watch this, you can still read all the text. I think that should be big enough for everybody. Because I was contemplating if I should make this full screen or keep it as is. But I think as is okay. Alright. Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool, Zeke. So I think if you tell a good story with your engines and whatnot that you made, and you have like some good voiceover, and Keep it very descriptive and to the point. I think that you'll do really well with your project. Okay, so we're going to play it, and I'm going to put my mic on mute now. I have not watched this. I don't expect there to be anything PG-13 in here, hopefully. But we'll just say that the rest of this broadcast is for 18 plus only, just, to cover my bases. All right, so here we go. Oh, by the way, before I do that, so if you guys want to find this on YouTube and watch this on your own, go to Aurimas Films, Aurimas Films, and you should find it. Let me see here. And it is the very first video on the top of their page. So that's what it looks like. Okay. Oh, that's good to hear, Randy. Okay, yeah. So let's get started.
Taip, kad nebijokit. Kaip prižiūrėjau jūsų tėvelius, amžinai jiems atilsi, taip ir judu prižiūrėsiu.
Ačiū, bet nereikia mūsų prižiūrėti. Verčiamės patys ir darbus pasidarom, ir į miestą prireikus nuvažiuojam. Autobusų stotelė tolokai, bet nueinam neskubėdami, už rankų susikibę.
Suprantu, jauni esat, sveiki. Jūsų tėveliams padėdavau, nes sveikata ant akių pradėjo birėti. Pripratau, tai dabar norisi kažkuom rūpintis. O nėra vieniša čia atvykus, nuošali vieta vis tik.
Ne, viskas gerai. Iš pradžių galvojau, kad išprotėsiu, be interneto ir telefono ryšio. Kaip akli ir kurti jautėmės. Bet greit pripratau ir dabar net geriau taip. Niekas netrukdo vaikeliu rūpintis.
Teisingai, vaikelis svarbiausia. Laksto gražuolis, baltus dantelius išiepęs, rankelį mostiguodamas. Ar draugų nepasigenda?
Aišku, draugų vaikui trūksta. Bet neilgai tai bus. Neseniai 6 suėjo, kitąmet į mokyklą žygiuos. Tai atsirastų draugų, o dabar gali dar su mama pabūti, kol mažas.
Taip, kol mažas, reik būti su mama. Nieks vaikų geriau nepasirūpins.
Aš irgi taip sakau. Myliu, prižiūriu ir saugau jį kaip savo akį.
Tai ką, gerai tada, keliausiu. Pasimatysim po mėnesio, pašalpą atnešiu. Jei dar ko reikia, būtinai sakykit, man nesunku padėti.
Ne, ačiū, tikrai nereikia. Rankas turim, kojas turim, patys išsiversim.
Na ir puiku. Sėkmės jums, važiuosiu jau.
Ką jau? Atbėgsiu teta paštininkė atsisveikint.
Viso gero, teta.
Oi, gražios akelės, negaliu atsidžiaugti. Ir dar mandagus koks. Viso vaikeliai, važiuoju.
Iki. Nupušo senį. Pristojo su savo pagalbom, lyg aš pati vaiko nemokėčiau prižiūrėti. Einam į vidų, tuoj vakarieniausim.
Gerai, mamyte, bet gal galiu dar kartą aplink namą apibėgti.
Bėk, bet po to iškart eik vidun.
Gerai. Va, mamyte, apibėgau. Ar greitai aš?
Aha, labai greitai. Šaunuolis.
Truputį apvirtau, bet nieko, net kelienio nenusibrozdinau.
Palaka jau, ateik, išsižiok. Oho, tau dantukas iškrito.
O ne, kas dabar bus?
Nieko, vaikeli, čia gerai. Pieniniai dantukai krenta, vadinasi augi. Einam, parodyk, kur ten lakstei.
Čia šitoj vietoje apvirtau.
Aišku, pažiūrėkim. Nu va, ir dantuką radom. Ar žinai, kad jei pieninį dantuką pakiši po pagalvę, naktį ateis dantuko fėja ir vietojo paliks tau pinigėlį.
Oho, tikrai?
Tikrų tikriausiai, o paskui vietoj pieninio atauks naujas, dar geresnis dantukas. Einam į trobą, pavalgysim varškėčių ir bėgsim miegoti.
Mama, aš kažkur girdėjau, jog nuo varškės dantys išbarškės. Ar ir man tai bus?
Ne, kajukai, nebijok. Niekas tau neišbarškės, o jei išbarškėtų, tai sukištume po pagalvę ir turtuoliu taptum. Einam vidun.
Gerai, mamyte, einam. Paskubėk, aš noriu, kad mane fėja greičiau aplankytų. Oho. Labas vakaras, teta fėja. Mama!
Jėzau, ką jau? Kas nutiko?
Mamyte, pas mane fėja buvo, visus dantukus paėmė.
Čia dabar? Pasirodyk, išsižiok. Nė vieno danties.
Fėja išlupo man.
Baik, vaikeli, tu tik sapnavai. Ateik, apkabinsiu. Visi dantukai čia, išbirėję lovoje aplink tave. Tai būna su pieniniais dantim, turbūt.
Mamyte, bet fėja tikrai buvo atėjus, visa išsisiepus ir baisi.
Nebuvo, kajukai mano. Tik sapnavai. Nebijok, tu jau didelis vyras. Greit užsiauginsi naujus dantis. Miegok toliau. Na, auksarankį, ką lipdai?
Fėja, kur vakar sapnavau.
Oho, kokia puikia fėja. Labai gražiai nulipdėjai. Šaunuolis.
Ačiū, mamyte.
Tu čia toliau miklink pirštelius, o aš einu į virtuvę tvarkytis.
Gerai, mamyte. Mamyte, žiūrėk. Man pieninė akis iškrito.
O Jėzus Marija.
Nebijok, mamyte, mano tauks nauja, dar geresnė ir akylesnė. Mamyte, ar viskas gerai?
Kajukai, kaip jautiesi? Ar nieko neskauda?
Ne, mamyte, neskauda.
Tikrai? Galvytė nesopa?
Ne, man viskas gerai.
Papasakok, kaip čia atsitiko.
Nu, aš žaidžiau ir iškrito akytė.
Tai paprastai ėmė ir iškrito?
Aha, kažkas ne taip?
Aš nepamenu, kad man būtų pieninės akys iškritusios, bet gal užmiršau? Jau daug laiko praėjo. Jeigu tau nieko neskauda, vadinasi, viskas gerai, taip ir turi būti. Gaila, kad nėra interneto. Pasidomėčiau dar dėl viso pikto.
Neskauda man. Nekiek.
Na, tuomet viskas normaliai.
Mamyte,
Ką?
o pas mane naktį neateis akių fėja.
Neateis, nebijok. Mes į akies po pagalbę nepaliksim. Duok. Aš ją kur nors padėsiu. Atsiminimui bus.
Mama, o man greitai akytė atauks.
Greitai, vaikeli. Nespėsi net iki 10 ant pirštukų suskaičiuoti.
Bet aš nemoku skaičiuoti ant pirštukų.
Tuomet tikrai nespėsi. Susiriečiu į kamuoliuką, beviltiškai spausdama prie krūtinės pusiau subliuškusi sidabro spalvos balioną bei tyloro nosinę ir atsiduodu sielvartui. Pabaiga. Labanakt. Saldžių sapnų.
Labanakt, mamyte, ir tau saldžių.
Kas nutiko?
Fėja, akių fėja man akį išsiurbė.
Vajetu, tu tikrai be akių. Turbūt iškrito kažkaip, kai miegodamas marksteis.
Ne, neiškrito, man išsiurbė.
Neišsiurbė, tu tik vėl blogą sapną sapnavai. Fėjų nebūna, čia pasakėlė mažiems vaikučiams. O kadangi tau jau iškrito pieniniai dantis ir pieninės akis, tai nebe vaikas esi, ar ne?
Na, turbūt ne.
Esi tikras vyras. Nesijaudink, iš pat ryto, kai prašvis, kartu rasim tavo akytę. Bus nusiritus kur nors čia pat.
O kaip aš be akių ieškosiu akies?
Na tiek to, aš viena surasiu. Užmerksim abi akis į slovikėlį, o kai suaugsi, pažiūrėjęs prisiminsi ir pačiam pasidarysiu juokinga, kad bijojai.
Bus juokinga?
Bus, o dabar miegok. Aš irgi einu. Matai, kaip būna?
Nematau.
Tiek to, labanakt.
Mama,
Ką?
gal gali pasakyti, ar aš užsimerkęs ar ne? Pats nesuprantu.
Dabar atsimerkęs.
Ačiū už pagalbą, mamyte.
Prašom, brangusis. Kajukai, atbėk valgyt. Sriuba jau gatava. Na, ką veikiai?
Su mašinytėm žaidžiau. Ar žinai, mamyte, kad labai patogu į akių duobes susidėti mašinytės? Tik gaila, kad nematau, kaip atrodo.
Gerai, dabar valgysim. Štai, imk šaukštą ir kabink. Dubenėlis priešais tave. Pamėgink. Jei nepavyks pačiam, padėsiu.
Ačiū, mamyte. Mama, ar man nenukrito pieniniai pirštukai?
Pajėzau, ką jau? Parodyk. Žalia rūta.
Aš nenoriu, kad pas mane rankų fėja ateitų.
Kajukai, rytoj iš pat ryto sėsim į autobusą, važiuosim į miestą ir vesiu tave pas gydytoją. Neverk, nebijok, jokia fėja pas tave neateis. O jei ir ateis, tai tu vis tiek nematysi.
Tikrai?
Taip, tau tik prisisapnavo. 3 naktį iš eilės košmarų tikrai nebebus. Va, vaikuti, laikyk. Radau spintai tavo seną meškiuką. Miegokit dviese ir jums nieko blogo nenutiks.
Mamyte, o kodėl mes šitoj pas daktarą eisim? Kažkas negerai?
Ne, viskas puiku. Tik noriu, jog apžiūrėtų, ar teisingai krenta pieniniai organėliai.
Mamyte, o jei iškrenta pieniniai, tai gal atauga kefyriniai?
Taip, vaikeli, atauga kefyriniai. Aš jau eisiu, o jūs su meškučiu miegokit. Auginkit kefyrinius dantukus, akeles ir rankytę. Labanakt.
Labanakt. Mamyte, čia tu? Mamyte? Mama, ką darai?
Kajukai, čia aš, mama.
Mama, mamyte, man nuplėsė ranką.
Vaikeli, nieko nebus. Kelkis, rengiamės, važiuojam.
Kur važiuojam?
Pas daktarą nuvesiu. Dabar pat. Kelkis. O viešpatie, ką jau? Tau kojos nukrito.
Kaip mane dabar pas daktarą nuvesi?
Pakentėk, kajukai. Jau tuoj. Jau greit. Pakentėk. Ar girdi mane? Ne.
Bet laivai pro šalį. Plaukia paledėje.
Sustokit. Prašau, sustokit.
O, blėt!
ligoninė, greičiau!
Pablūdot! Naktį taip ant kelio su vaiku. Vos nenudaužiau.
Važiuokit, mano vaikas byra!
Jo, šekmatį. O!
Kaip jisai, daktarė?
Deja, turiu pranešti blogą žinią. Jūsų vaikelis neišgyveno.
O Jėzau!
Aš ne Jėzus. Nieko panašaus medicinos istorijoje nesu girdėjęs. Manau, jog susidūrėme su nauja liga. Ji, ligonį nejaučiant, staigiai suardo audinius, kurie tarpusavį jungia organus ir kūno dalis. Peršvietę smegenis nustatėme, jog lygai taip pat būdingos labai stiprios haliucinacijos. Kol kas tai viskas, ką žinome. Liga galėjo būti paveldėta, todėl turėsit likti ligoninės karantine, kol pilnai viską ištirsim. Supratot mane?
Ar tikrai mano vaikas nebegyvas? Ar tikrai nebėra mano kajuko?
Taip, vaiko tikrai nebėra. Jei jums palengvės, žinokite, jog lygą pavadinsime jo vardu. Atsiprašau, turiu bėgti. Sesutė jums duos ligoninės rūbus ir nuves į palatą. Viso geriausio. Sesutė, uždarykite moterį karantiną. Jai gali būti kajus.
Prašom eiti su manim.
Alrighty, so I guess she had the same disease, which they called Cayuse, I think, named after the little boy. So yeah, that was a really interesting film. So there were a lot of comments you guys made. Let's see here. It's gonna go back a bit. I will hide that one. So. Alright. So yeah, Weavies was mentioning that there was some nice lip sync in this film, which is very true. And as simple as it was, you know, it's the thing is the story was so strong. And like I think Fanny was mentioning, the editing was really well as well in the film. So it was a very smooth, easy to understand story. Even with having to read the subtitles, and you can clearly understand what they're saying, the points they were making, what was going on with the kid, and what the parent was doing. And the mother was, of course, yes, she was a bad mother. Like, who wouldn't take their kid to the doctor if all their teeth just like fell out? Um, yeah, so Ken mentioned, seriously, worst mom ever. And Zeke was saying that he would just kill him, maybe put him out of his suffering. And so Randy said, what a fun little film. The shots are simple, but the editing is excellent. Yeah, I mean, the timing of the shots is really good. Like, every shot was just long enough to make the point, also long enough to where it kind of is understandable. It wasn't rushed, so you can figure out what's going on very clearly, which is something that a lot of people are afraid to do, like, having pauses in there in shots, just to set the mood of a scene. For example, like when she was in the doctor's office, and you had this long scene here where it goes from black and it fades in a little bit, and it's just showing the mother going to sleep. And the way the editing is done, it gives you enough time to really, sink into the vibe going on. So it's kind of dark, it's kind of creepy, there's something unknown that's outside. And yes, the doctor said that it was a hallucination that they're having, but the hallucination is very real for this mother. And and this here where there's a close-up of the feet, so you kind of anticipate something scary is coming, and then there it is. So it all leads up to it in a nice kind of way. And it's really it's both scary but comical. Like, if this were a film where you use live action or something and really detailed visual effects, you would definitely be very scared. But since it's in clay, it has kind of a humorous side to it, which is really funny. So Randy mentioned, wonder if he'll lose his baby head. Actually, Randy, this kind of reminds me of the set that you built for your aliens, like on the big table. Yeah, Hoserloo says it's very ambitious. It is. So this ran 22 minutes and 43 seconds long. That is a phenomenal achievement for a stop motion film. And Randy says, funny and interesting, but wish there had been an explanation. Yeah. Was it genetic? Did he catch it from something? Or, in the beginning of the film, I guess, if you remember, so in the beginning, that their maybe parents had died. So it says, sorry, don't worry about anything. I will take care of you just like I used to take care of your parents. May they rest in peace. So maybe they also died from it. That's my guess. So it has the history is kind of explained a little bit. And Ken says, well, I was going to sleep. Okay, Ken. Well, have a good night. And Randy says the second half had some really nice shot design and camera angles. Yeah, it reminds me of like a suspense thriller. Something like, what is it? One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. Just the pacing and everything, it's really good. I don't know if they took like a college course on editing or anything like that, but or maybe just the way that Oramus Films did it was just, through a very good intuition on how long the shots should be. Poor little kid. And the mother's attitude is so bad. Oh, gotcha, Ken, gotcha. Wasn't sure if you were being serious or not. Yeah, I think this film here it's really good. I think had this been too detailed, that it would have taken a lot longer to make this project. And you've got like a refrigerator with the kids' drawings with magnets, and you've got some household cleaner and some everything's kind of using cardboard. So that is something that Zeke would have been maybe inspired by, because he's working a lot with cardboard and paper and that sort of thing. And even Clay Morrow. So if you guys remember, Clay Morrow used to do a lot of stuff, not in this this sort of storytelling way, but in terms of just the characters being kind of basic. And it's very good for being productive and getting your story done. So, a very big achievement. And his fingers fall off in this shot. And that his arm. So what about the voice acting, guys? I think the voice acting is pretty good as well. I don't speak the language, but if I were going to sort of rate this based on clarity and the quality of recording, it's very good. So they obviously used a really good microphone. And also the sound effects. So there are a few sound effects in here, but they're mostly very brief. And I think that in the credits they credited, let me credit here, freesound.org. So I imagine that this is where they got most of their royalty-free maybe WAV files or MP3s to add in there. So Ken says, overall this was good, but the animation and acting could be better. The story and editing saved this film. Yep, that's what I was thinking, but I wonder if that's on purpose, though. I think it might be, because the fact that it's so long of a project, just trying to get it done and trying not to be a perfectionist. Like if they were trying to make everything really super nice, maybe they would not have completed it. That's my guess. But you are right about that. So Randy says it just proves that you can tell a compelling story without major technical skills. It's all about the writing. Yep. Story is definitely king. And the camera itself does not appear to be like a super high quality camera, like maybe an HD webcam is what my guess is here. So even having a lower budget and not having like a super DSLR camera with expensive lenses and whatnot, you don't really need that as well. So this is really a great project. I mean, most people strive to be so perfect and have the perfect studio and the perfect equipment and perfect armatures and everything else. And yeah, it's just really nice. Alright, so anyways, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to refresh our feedback week page to double check that nobody posted anything else. Okay, nobody did. The reason why is a lot of people will post stuff at the last moment, so I wanted to make sure. Does anybody have anything that we could that you wanted me to show within about 5 minutes or so? If you do, post it in the comments, and we can definitely discuss it. Let's see here. So, what about our network page? Let's quickly go over here. And by the way, again, I do want to thank Ormus Films for posting this in our forums, and if you would like to see more, it's Ormus Films on YouTube. Definitely worth subscribing to. And there's some 2D animations on here, it looks like, as well as a couple of other clay animation ones, maybe 3. So yeah. And I did subscribe myself, so. Let's see. So, Ken says, I guess there were a couple of scenes that were too dark. I had trouble seeing some stuff during the nightmares. And Whiskey says, the only thing I would like to see done differently would be the walks. I thought the rest was good. Yeah, the walks were pretty clumsy. That's true. So Jeru Haas did post something here for an intro video. See if we can open this in YouTube first. This way you guys can see it as well. Oh, okay. It's not in HD, so I wanted to see if I could make it a little bit better for you guys, but this is as good as it will get. I think he just uploaded this, that's probably why. Okay, very cool. Give it a like. And then we have Fritz, who said, Dear everyone, glad to have a place here. I'm trying to become well-versed in stop-motion pro Eclipse. I live in New York City. Is there anyone here who knows it well and is willing to teach? Yeah, you know, so New York City, there's a lot of people in New York that do stop motion. Ron Cole is definitely somebody who, well, he uses Dragon Frame primarily, but I'm not really sure. I think he might actually have a copy of that. Yeah, if anybody's interested to help Fritz, you know, feel free to comment on that one. And, oh yes, Zakira posted this, which is actually really funny. It's about a cat that steals a hamburger. I feel kind of like there should be some sad music right at the end there. Poor guy. That's a pretty strong cat too, you know, like picking up a quarter-pounder out of his hands and running off with it. So it is fun to watch some of the stuff you guys are posting in here. Alright. So that being said, so tonight's feedback week will be the last one that we conduct for our live shows. That is until, or if we decide to, or if I decide to get back into making more live shows. Now next week will be the last one, and so I'm going to be interviewing Terry Eibel, and I will be doing that tomorrow and recording it. So Terry has the animation podcast, and if you guys, of course, I mentioned this last week, click on the Animation Industry Podcast banner here. You can go to his, it's like a blog, but it also posts, he also posts things like his SoundCloud recordings with different animators, which is really cool. This one here is, let's see, so episode 33 is Instagram famous frantic frames on how to do 100 stop motion posts in a row no matter what. So very interesting, and I haven't listened to this one yet, but I will probably do so after the show. Ken says model was good, but I think it was too rushed. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely room for improvements for sure. But then we also have, let's see, that was episode 33. 32 is master stop motion animator, producer, and visual effects artist Stephen Kyoto on how to be sought after. So I'm sure you guys know who the Kyoto brothers are. So you can see that he's getting a lot of really great interviews on here. So it's going to be fun to interview him and see what his thoughts are on stop motion in general, and also get his take. I'm kind of interested to ask him questions about his generation of stop motion animators, because he's in college and he's been learning about stop motion in one of his classes, and he's also learning from all these experts as well through interviews. And the landscape for stop motion is so different from when I was his age. So I'm just really curious to see what he has to say. And so that will be next week's live show, which will actually be a recording. But and I might actually post it earlier. I might actually post that. Let's see. So tomorrow's Thursday. So I guess Friday, possibly. We'll have to see. But anyways, so Randy says, I'm so seriously bummed you're ending the show, but I understand the time factor. Will you continue to work on your film, and how will we know about it? So yeah, I'm going to continue. Actually, Whiskey is interested in, I guess, helping out, which is really cool. So I'm going to be sending him some files. He wants to share some of his ideas in terms of animation. So I'm going to talk with him about that soon. But yeah, I mean, my life has just gotten much busier. So my son is doing a lot of after-school activities and things. And they fall on Mondays and Wednesdays, unfortunately, which is today. And so that, and also my work has been... my business has been sort of taking off in terms of my sculpting biz. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about in a minute here. So let's see. Where's my page at? There we go. So yeah, I've been sculpting a lot for people, and I've been doing my more recent one was Cher, and I sculpted her digitally and 3D printed her and sold her to a Facebook group, and a lot of people bought resin copies of her. I think like 10 or 11 people. And so just the amount of time it takes to make these is a real lot of time. And I make molds and casting and 3D printing and just talking to everybody. And so that, plus my son is doing a lot of things, and it's just a lot for me. So I need time for myself. And it's really hard to do that right now. Not to mention my volunteer work for a local temple as well, Buddhist temple. So anyways, so Randy's saying maybe you could do 3 or 4 shows per year, maybe. So my plan, Randy, is I'm not going to actually just like up and quit. Definitely not. So I do. I would like to spend more time making tutorial videos for YouTube. So, like for example, tonight I talked about 3D printing. So if I want to make a video, I need more time to make each video. So I can do them, but I'd rather make them more quality than my live shows, because I really feel like I haven't put a lot of effort into my live shows like I should, just because I've been so busy and being pulled in so many directions. So, well, thanks, Randy. Yeah, thanks, Weebeast. Like I say, I'm not giving up here, but I will be periodically posting videos. And in terms of my Bad Apples project, that's, like I say, it's not dead either. It's just that it's going to take time, more time to do. But the cool part is that I can focus more on my film, because when I do it during the live show, I'm sort of half focused on comments and half focused on just various things going on with my internet and everything else, and trying to get YouTube to work properly and make sure I censor anything and whatever else. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the last few times that I worked on it, I had actually worked on Bad Apples before the live show started, just because I felt like I wasn't moving forward fast enough. So I will be working on it just in the background a bit. But so anyways, I do appreciate you guys coming by and joining the live show. And like I say, so the last show is going to be the interview with Terry. And in the future, I may do some more live shows. We'll see. It's not a bad idea, Randy. So maybe like every couple months or something like that. It's possible. But anyways, I will see you guys next time, and good luck with your projects. See you later.